Hello Ahmed, this is a video I sent you. If you cannot have access to this video, you can always check YouTube. Just making sure I have the right brightness. And I think I sent you the link on Skype. So it's here. Okay. And well, that's the end. So if you check the link here, you're gonna have access to YouTube and you will be able to see the video. So far, we were just doing a few phrasal verbs. This is a verb with a small particle, so it can change the action, change the meaning of a sentence. It can be off, on, up, down, etc. So I'm gonna just pause. So the number one phrasal verb is to perk up. My morning coffee makes me perk up. I'm not a morning person, meaning, someone who has a lot of energy in the morning. Well, if I'm not a morning person, it means I don't have any energy in the morning. I'm cranky, I'm in a bad mood, I need to drink my coffee. Yeah, I'm not a morning person, meaning uh, I wake up slowly, I'm awake slowly, I'm not really full of energy, and I feel like it's going to take a while for me to wake up and to become a tiny bit more productive. So I'm not a morning person, so I need some coffee to help me perk up. The phrasal verb, that is phrasal verb, describes when someone becomes happier and in a better mood after feeling not so good. Well, it's okay. It's an okay description, but basically, if you need a coffee to wake up and you haven't had any coffee, from, let's say, the time you woke up to noon, you're going to be very cranky. You're going to be in a bad mood. Okay, the next one, number two. Well, I need to skip because it can take a while. To look through my email and dash off quick replies. I get a very large number of emails from students. So one of the first thing I do is look through my messages. Um, to look through means to look at a number of things quickly. So you're not gonna take 3-4 hours to go through your emails. You're gonna really take a look very quickly at the most important emails you need to answer, and you're gonna answer quickly. Up, done, and you can move on to something else. Okay, looking through is to look very quickly, not deeply, and to dash off quick replies is to answer quickly as well. Okay, so it's done and you can move on to something else. Number three, I would say look through. Just pay attention to this expression. Number three, to come up with something is to create, to invent, to bring something new. The main part of my work is coming up with new lessons. The phrasal verb come up with means to create or invent. So what did you come up with? Or to come up with something new. It's like some kids, they can create some new ideas, some new plays, some new whatever, new characters, new toys. Heat up, to heat up or to warm up. If I have leftover food that I prepared previously and saved, so it's in the fridge, then I heat it up using the microwave, stove, or oven. To heat up food means to raise the temperature and to make it hot. Okay, hold on, I'm gonna heat up my food and I'll be ready right after. Okay, number five, to flesh out. I flesh out my ideas. I have a lot of ideas for Espresso English. That's the name of this website, and I try to flesh them out. This phrasal verb means to add more details or information to the basic outline of an idea or project. So what does that mean? You add more ideas, more layers, more things to a project, uh, to an idea, to a vision, if you want. Trying to find different ideas here. So to flesh out, I try to flesh them out, meaning the ideas. So I have a lot of ideas for Expresso English, and I try to flesh them out. So I would say the guy didn't really explain well. Here it's more like to organize them. Okay, I have a lot of ideas, it's going everywhere, but I need to organize them in a sense. Okay, so in order to have a better project, to have a better idea of what I'm supposed to do. Number 6, I don't like too much this video. It's okay, but I need to add a lot of stuff. So to wrap up my work is to finish it, to end it. In the afternoon, I wrap up my work, I finish my work. The phrasal verb wrap up means to finish, to bring to a close. So, like it's very near, it's not too far. So, I could also use a phrasal verb finish up here. This is simply an informal way to say to finish. Well, if you have somebody taking forever to finish a sandwich, you can say, come on, finish up. Okay, finish up. We have a lot of up. We use a lot of up in English. If you have a group of people in front of you and they're very fast and can be like, hey, wait up, wait for me. Okay. So another thing here, number you can hear some people say, oh, it's a wrap, like it's done, it's a wrap. Okay, it's done, it's finished. Number 7, I go to the store and stock up on supplies. I then make a trip to the supermarket. If something is on sale, I stock up on it. I stock up on it. This means to buy a lot of a particular item in order to keep it in reserve. So if you find a good deal, and you find like something is very cheap, and so you're gonna be like, well, I eat a lot of, let's say ketchup. I don't like ketchup, but let's say ketchup. You found a very good deal, your best brand, and your favorite brand, and you can be like, well, I found it for, let's say, two bucks or $1 per container, so I'll buy, let's say, 20, so I'll stock up. Okay, to stock up is to buy the same item, to make it's like to keep it in reserve, but at the same time, because it's cheap. That's an American mentality right there. Number, say, 8, to warm up before doing exercise. I warm up in the evening. I do some exercise before starting to work out. Exercise intensively. I warm up. You stretch. You warm up your muscles. This phrasal verb means to do a light version of the activity in order to prepare for more intense difficult activity or activities, if you want. Okay, so let's stop here with the phrasal verbs. Let me get back to Skype. Okay, so this is the end. That's YouTube. You can find way more videos here. Okay, we can also use different expressions, different videos. We'll go through that. It's not perfect, but it's better than nothing. So, as I said, let me go back to the transcript. I was asking you different questions concerning, the past, the present, and the future. So what did you do yesterday? I got up at 6. It was on Friday. I went to work at 7. I took a nap in the afternoon. I slept for 3 hours. So you can sleep, you can take a nap. If you rest, it doesn't necessarily imply you sleep. So it's better to specify, saying I slept for 3 hours or I took a nap for 3 hours. Okay. I played with my PS4. Generally, I spend 1 hour to get ready in the morning before going to work. So generally, I spend 1 hour in the morning to get ready before going to work. Okay. What do you eat for breakfast or whatever? An omelette. What did you say? Or probably cereals, fruit juice, something. I like my coffee. I like a latte in the morning. I make my latte. I don't go to the coffee shop. I think it's a bit odd to leave your house, to get to coffee shop and come back to your house. It's like, why don't you make your own coffee? I kid you not, I have a lot of friends doing that. It's if you go to work and you need a coffee because you did not have time to take a breakfast, yes, of course I can understand. The meat in America is a bit weird. Okay, so you have to be careful. I understand why more and more people are vegetarians. Vegetarians. And also you can find some people, they call themselves vegans. Okay. Vegetarians and vegans. Okay, vegan is somebody who's not gonna eat any kind of animal products. It can be honey, it can be any kind of stuff with eggs, with milk, with any kind of animal products. It comes from animals, you know. So it's being vegan. It's not really healthy, I think, but vegetarian, you can eat dairy products, you can eat milk, eggs. Some eat fish as well, but they don't want to eat meat. Okay, so if you see free range, let's say free range eggs or chicken, don't necessarily believe it's real and it's true. Okay, it's just a label. On weekends, so what do you do on weekends? Well, I play with my PS4, I hang out with friends. Um, in Brooklyn, it's way better than before. That was not my time, but New York used to have a mayor called Giuliani. Not my favorite guy. I think he's weird. It's very creepy a bit. And he cleaned up many bad neighborhoods in New York. So if you are a youngster, you're gonna go to Brooklyn and you're gonna feel like it's a hipster part of the town, which is true. Um, but it used to be very dangerous. So Brooklyn, Harlem, um, Manhattan has never been a sketchy neighborhood, but it's okay. It's nice if you can afford it, of course. um, so you said also I do my laundry on weekends, and what are you going to do tomorrow? So you can use the expression I'm gonna run errands. Like you can buying stuff, going outside to buy stuff. It can be a pens, it can be grocery, it can be batteries, anything. I'm gonna run errands. So I'm gonna buy different stuff, for the next 3 hours and come back home. It's worth it. It's valuable. We were talking about the iPhones. And yeah, I'm not gonna buy an Apple, especially if it's like 1,500 or 2,000. I think it's ridiculous. I have other things to do and spending this amount of money on that. Valuable. It's worth it. It's valuable. Or it's not worth it. It's not worth it to buy an iPhone, according to me, but it's just my point of view. I'm gonna. Okay, so get. I sent you a link, I think it should appear here, to get. Like, I'm getting old. It's getting hot. It's getting late. It's getting dark. I'm gonna get home. I'm gonna head back home. Okay. I'm getting ready. I'm about to leave. To get hungry. To get angry. Be careful, huh? Many people make this confusion. It's important to pronounce the H in English. Hungry and angry. So to get angry is like, oh, it's pissing me off. I'm getting angry. Pissed. I'm getting pissed. Yeah. Sometimes often we say, I'm pissed off. Are you pissed? I'm pissed. He pisses me off. He pisses me off. He makes me angry. Okay, to make someone angry. So this is a link. Open it now. You're lucky because my student he was on call, so he had to go back to work. So I'm able to make the recording a bit earlier, than expected. And the verb to get, so we have different meanings. So to obtain, to receive, to buy. That's my student, sorry, but I cannot now. I got my passport, to get your driving license, to get a permission, an authorization, to get a letter, to get $1,000 a year from your father, to receive, to obtain. Okay, so we have to get plus a direct object. That, if you hear the sound, is my student who is trying to take the lesson. It's too late now. I got my passport, to get something, okay? To get something, to get a permission, to get something every time. So it's a direct object, meaning like you don't have a preposition to you don't have like to get up something, to get down, to get off, no, to get in, no. You don't have that. It's a direct object, okay? Subject, verb, complement. To get something, okay? That's gonna mean to obtain, to receive. Also, I got a new television. It means like you received it, but because you bought it. To get to a place, place an expression to reach, arrive at a place. How are you getting home tonight? To get home. To get to London. Getting home, that's a place, a location. To get to London, it's a place, a location. To get there, a location. To get back from a place, okay? When did you get back from New York? What time will you get here or there? We got to London around 6 p.m. How are you getting home tonight? Get plus an adjective. It means to become, to change a state of a change of state, to show a change of state. Sorry, to get old, to get hotter. It's getting hotter. It's getting hot. By the time they reached the house, they were getting hungry. I'm getting tired of all this nonsense. My mother's getting old and needs looking after. And needs looking after, like to take care of. She needs to be taken care of. She needs to be taken care of. It gets dark very early in the winter. Don't touch the stove until it gets cool. Okay? So we also have this kind of, you know, phrasal verbs because we have a preposition. Let's not do everything because it's going to be overwhelming, but to get at. Where are you getting at? It's like, what are you trying to say? What do you mean? I think I see where you get what you're getting at. I agree. I think I see what you're talking about. Okay, it's actually what you're trying to express. To get away with, escape punishment from a crime or a bad action. You stole something, you punched someone, but you got away with that. Meaning like you weren't punished. You didn't go to jail, you didn't have to face any sentences. To get by, to manage, especially financially. Sam doesn't earn much, but we get by. So imagine you have a rent of, let's say, 2,000 euros, $2,000, and plus the food and everything, but you only make 3,000. Let's say where you get by. Okay, you don't make too much money, but it's okay. You can get by. You can find solutions, ways in order to get by, to manage your life financially. To get down. A depressed descent. I don't know if I would say that, but this rain is really getting me down. Like, makes me depressed, makes me sad. Okay, to get down. I wouldn't use it too much because it can also be a slang, pretty pejorative. To get down is also to have sex. Okay, so be careful. If you want to leave a train or the subway, you get off you get off the train, you get off the subway. So you're not gonna say to get down. Okay, be careful. It's not a common slang to use, but some people they have a bad mind, so they may not really understand what you mean, or they're gonna make fun. Okay, so I would say the getting down is like to get down is like more like depressed, getting depressed. Okay, but I wouldn't use it. I would say I'm getting depressed. This weather is driving me nuts. I'm getting depressed. It's raining all the time. It's very cold and etc. To get off, and we're gonna just finish with this one. To get off is to leave the train, to descend the train or the subway or the bus or the taxi, etc. So to get off is to leave a form of a transport, bus, train, bicycle, plane. We got off the train just before the bomb exploded. Wow, that's something. Let me get back to this. He pissing me off, la la la. So this is all the expression was to get some work done, to get back home. I would like. So be careful of the contractions. I'd like, I would like. Okay. We talked about the conditional. Let me see if I can find. I don't think. I don't think I can find really something good from the book, because it seems like you were getting a bit confused. Use of wood. ESL lessons. If you check ESL, you'll see way more stuff. Maybe this one. Okay, maybe it's gonna be easier like that. So, wood for unreal situations. Like it's not real, but it's just a wish, a desire. I would love to visit New York. She would like to be a professional footballer or soccer player. To be A. We would go, but we are too busy. Okay, so you can also keep the expression like I would like I would like to visit New York. I would love to visit New York. It's the same meaning basically. I would like to be a professional player. So there's no need to change it. I would love to be a professional player. We would like to go, but we are too busy. So if you can replace would, if you can use would like, basically you can use would. Okay, would as a past tense. I will be late. Andrew said that he would be late. So if you are just like, you heard somebody telling you, well, I will be late. It's a future, simple. So if the person is like, well, can you tell my mom that I will be late? So you talk to the mom and you can just say, he told me that he would be late. We can use, it's a reported speech, okay? Would in conditional sentences, if I won the lottery, I would travel the world. This is a past plus a conditional. If I had worked harder, I would have passed the test. This is a third conditional. Okay, so we use them for real, unreal, and hypothetical situations. If I win the lottery, I will travel the world. But if I won the lottery, I would travel the world. If I had worked harder, meaning it's a second possible action from the past, I would have passed the test and I wouldn't have to look for a job now. Would not ask to refuse. Would not or wouldn't is used to show that someone refused to do something. I asked him if I could borrow his car, but he wouldn't lend it to me. So he wouldn't. He refuses. Would for past action. Would can be used to talk about action that repeated in the past. So repeated action, repeated past actions. It is used in the same context as used to. So be careful of used to, because we have a present form and a past form. But let me finish here. When I was young, I would do my homework every evening. Okay, would for past action. In the summer, we would always go camping. We will always go camping. So we can use would for explaining different past actions, repeated. To refuse, especially if we use a negation. Conditional, it's okay, but we can just put that on the side because it's just, unreal situations. Just projecting yourself. If you had made another choice in the past, or, if you could have a specific choice in the future. Past tense, I would be late if you report a speech. And in general, it's for unreal situations. I would love, but here you can also use I would like to go to, I would like to visit New York, etc. Okay. Used to and I'm used to. Okay, let me just find text edit. That's here. So, present. I'm used to wake up every morning at 6 a.m. I'm used to wake up every morning at 6 a.m. Or I used to wake up every morning at 6, but now I have to wake up at 5. So I used to. This is a past tense form, a past form. I used to wake up before. That's something I used to do. And I'm used to wake up every morning at 6 a.m. It's a present form. Okay? And past here. So that's basically it. So do you mind? Do you mind is like, let me see if I can find something. It's easier like that, if I can show you. Do you mind with examples? Yeah. Made a mistake here. Maybe it's this one. Okay. So do you mind if I take your car tonight? Okay. Do you mind if I take a nap? I'm very sleepy. Do you mind if I ask your mom? Do you mind if it snows? So we have do you mind? It's a present tense here, but if we want the past, would you mind? So it's very highly formal, very polite. Would you mind if we went out to eat? So would plus a past. Would you mind if I open the window? I know it's an action you're gonna do very, very soon if you're allowed to do it, but we still use a past tense. Okay. Would you mind telling me what you're doing? So we can also ask what you're doing right now because it's a current action. Here we are planning on doing it even though we're using a past tense. We went out to eat. Would you mind if we go to eat? Yeah, but it's not correct. That's a meaning, but actually we need to change the tense. Would you mind if we went out to eat? Would you mind being quiet for a minute? It's a current request. Would you mind if I change the channel? Okay, so be careful of those guys. So if we went out to eat, yeah, I don't need this stuff. He scared me, this guy. So do you mind is like, does it bother you if I open the window, if I ask your mom, if I take a nap? Okay, so will it be a problem? To bother someone is to annoy someone. Okay, and the person can be like, oh no, I don't mind. I don't mind. You can open the windows. There's no problem. It doesn't bother me. Okay. So I explained would. The past conditional. That was from the book. Okay, but I'm trying to simplify here because I think the explanation was a bit too complex. So get back to the video. On the video, you can just check the previous explanation concerning would. Okay. Could you open the window? Okay, so could also also is it's a polite way of asking something. Can be the past. Okay, could you open the window, please? Yes, so it's very polite in the past tense. I could go before, but I don't think it was possible. I could go possibly, probably. Okay, so that was from the video to perk up the leftovers that are remaining from to warm it up, to heat it up, had been there. So this is a past present. Although yeah, this one as well. So let's see if I can find anything here. Nope. So past tenses ESL. Okay. Maybe picture. So the past tense. I'm trying to find a way to show you all the different tenses. It's not easy because they don't show anything. Okay. All past tenses. Present past tenses, maybe this one, but it's not a picture. Past simple, I don't care. Okay, maybe this one. Okay, view image. The past simple and present perfect. Okay. let's not go too crazy and you ask me different questions. I need to follow a program here. I need to follow a specific guideline, otherwise it's going to be a mess. So the simple past is this one. We add ed. We have regular verbs and irregular verbs. Okay, so the irregular verbs are on the book, understanding and using grammar, something like that. Movement. That's this one. And if you check the book, you can see there is a list of, maybe I can find it, future, no. Okay. That's from chapter 3, but I have to make sure you find with this one. So irregular verbs using the simple past. So you have different verbs. This is infinitive form. You have the simple past form and the past participle. Let's say I had been. So this is a past form of to be. Okay, the past participle of to be. I had been. I have been. So let's see. Let's start with the beginning here. So simple past, or the past simple, ed, and we have irregular verbs, and that's this, guys. Okay, bore, beat, became. You need to learn this list by heart. It's very important. And after we have the present perfect, we have she has, I have watched, she has watched, we have watched, etc. Okay, so we have the past participle here. This is a past participle, but this is a regular verb. So I have been is the past participle of to be. Okay, so let's see some examples here. The past simple or simple past, we have different explanations, different precisions, like yesterday, a week ago, last year. We specify the time. And the present perfect is a little bit more vague. Once, twice, just, yet, already, since, when, until, before, after. I lost my keys. I'm sad now. I've eaten in this restaurant once. I've never eaten in this restaurant. It's not necessarily more formal, but it's more specific, to the point where we don't specify the timeline. With a simple past, yes, ed, or the irregular verbs. Okay, so that's where I'm gonna stop, because we have to follow this book and make sure all the tenses are understood. You're gonna notice now many American speakers, they don't necessarily respect the English grammar, so you have to be mindful on this level. But anyway, you have a beautiful day. I'm sending you the link for YouTube. You can download the video. pCloud, I'm using pCloud as well, but I'm running out of memory right now. And if you can, what I'm doing with the different YouTube videos, I use Firefox or Chrome, and you can download an extension to download any kind of videos on YouTube. Okay, so you can do this kind of stuff, because really, Dropbox is full, pCloud is full, so that's why I'm using YouTube. And I have a lot of students, they don't want to download, they just want to keep watching my videos on my servers, so it's challenging. And many of them, they don't understand how to use a computer still, so it can be frustrating, especially on my side. We'll explain we'll explain that. Okay, so just make sure you can understand the expressions with to get, etc., etc. You have a beautiful day, and I'll see you certainly next weekend. You take care. Bye bye.